LifeSite News London correspondent Paul Smeaton reports that in the United Kingdom, the Bishops' Conference of England and Wales have stated that Catholics, quote, have a duty to be vaccinated, end quote, even if the shots are made using aborted babies. And here's a quote from the bishop's letter. The Catholic Church strongly supports vaccination and regards Catholics as having a prima facie duty to be vaccinated, not only for the sake of their own health, but also out of solidarity with others, especially the most vulnerable, end quote. The letter, which was released on Thursday, July 30th, says further, quote, we believe that there is a moral obligation to guarantee the vaccination coverage necessary for the safety of others. This is especially important for the discovery of a vaccine against COVID-19. While the letter notes that the Church, and I quote, that the Church is opposed to the production of vaccines using tissue derived from aborted fetuses, end quote, it also states that, quote, the Church teaches that the paramount importance of the health of a child and of other vulnerable persons could permit parents to use a vaccine which was in the past developed using these diploid cell lines. The bishops then briefly mentioned the 2005 Political Academy for Life document, Moral Reflections on Vaccines Prepared from Cells Derived from Aborted Human Fetuses, before quoting a separate 2017 Pontifical Academy for Life statement, which asserts that, quote, all clinically recommended vaccinations can be used with a clear conscience, and that the use of such vaccines does not signify some sort of cooperation with voluntary abortion, end quote. Well, the responses from faithful Catholics have been very clear. UK Catholic deacon Nick Donnelly spoke with church militants saying, quote, one of the cell lines being exploited in the production of the COVID-19 vaccine at Oxford University is from a healthy baby girl murdered through abortion in 1972 in the Netherlands. He continued, this is Deacon Nick Donnelly, continued, her kidney cells were harvested for medical research and given the dehumanizing label HEK 293. She'd probably be a 40-year-old mother with her own family by now, Deacon Donnelly said. I don't know how the CBCEW, that's the Catholic Bishops' Conference of England and Wales, he continued, can say it's okay for Catholics to use vaccines incorporating cell lines from babies murdered through abortion. Deacon Donnelly said, instead, the bishops are saying not only is it morally permissible to benefit from her murder through abortion, but that it's a moral obligation for the greater good. Also, in an open letter published in May, Catholic clergy and laity led by former papal nuncio to the United States Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano and Cardinals Gerhard Ludwig Müller, Joseph Zen, and Yanis Puzats said that, quote, for Catholics, it is morally unacceptable to develop or use vaccines derived from material from aborted fetuses. Bishop Joseph Strickland of Tyler, Texas, reiterated just recently his opposition to vaccines created using cell lines from aborted babies. He said, and I quote, I renew my call that we reject any vaccine that is developed using aborted children. And this tweet, of course, came right after the UK bishops said it was a duty for Catholics to get such a vaccine. And Bishop Strickland continued, quote, even if it originated decades ago, it still means a child's life was ended before it was born, and then their body was used as spare parts. We will never end abortion if we do not end this evil. And those are real bishops.